Hello and welcome to another scrapbooking process video. I'm Tracy, also known as MercyTiara, and I share scrapbooking process videos and more here on my YouTube channel. Today I'm working with the I'm not. I'm working with the Summer Vibes kit from MercyTiara Kits, and the link is in the description below and also at the end of the video. Now today I'm going to be scrapbooking one of my favorite things, which is I love to take pictures of my husband taking pictures. So I have this photo of him taking a picture. It's actually after he took it, but the sequins or the confetti mix is out on the table, and you can see that on the table in the background. You can also see the picture of the sequins with the fox in it on his phone, and then I have the actual photo right here. And I'm going to inset this photo as like a detail photo on this other photo. It's going to do a few things. It's going to cover up that door that's not very nice and doesn't even have trim on it in one place. And it's also going to give me the details of what photo it was that he was taking. Now, it's a little bit too big. And at first I'm thinking maybe I can just make it work. So I'm going to just go with it. But you will see me change my mind and reprint that out at just a little bit smaller. Right now it is printed at 3x3. I'm going to put these foam adhesive tabs on the back of it to pop it up. I like doing that with an inset photo. And as you can see, it's not entirely inset. It does extend out off of the main photo a little bit, and I actually kind of like that. It gives an interesting edge to the photo. I matted them both in the Swiss Dot cardstock that came in the cardstock add-on for this kit. And I love, love, love that color. And I also love the little tiny bit of texture that you get with a Swiss Dot cardstock. Now this floral is really speaking to me today, and I really want to use it on this particular page. So it's a big one, and it's a lot, right? So one of the best ways to use patterns like this is to use them as your matting on the outside of your page. Now, because he's kind of like runs the business of the Kit Club and does all the inventory and accounting and that sort of thing, I thought about using the ledger paper, but from a design perspective, I just didn't like it. It was a little bit fussy and too detailed. So I'm going to go with white cardstock that also came in the kit. Not in the kit, but in the cardstock add-on. And I'm probably going to use some of these crafting stickers that came in the add-on because this is about scrapbooking supplies. So it's a great time to use those sorts of embellishments. I love using scrapbooking embellishments like that look like craft supplies. And these ones are really, really beautiful. Like sometimes they're not that well done, but I really like this Cartabella collection. They really nailed it. There's some really cute Razcogs and shelves, and like some of my favorite things are in this collection. I really, really love it. So I have this scrap of the yellow and white paper, and as I played with it, I realized it's actually not straight, and I do want it straight for this. I don't always need straight edges, but in this case, I did want it to be straight. Now here's where I'm realizing I'm just gonna have to reprint this. I just don't like it. I thought if I just gave it a chance, it might look okay, but I don't like it that size. So it was 3x3. I'm gonna print it up at, I don't know why I'm showing the sketch right now because I'm not even using that sketch, but that's the sketch I used on the previous page. So what I'm doing here with my computer is I'm actually printing it up in two different sizes. I printed it up at 2.5 by 2.5, and then I also printed it up at 2x2. And it's the 2x2 one that I like the most. So this is it right here. I just trimmed it up with my Fiskars mini guillotine trimmer, and see how much better that fits. It's just a better scale. It's not so dominant, but you still get to see the detail of the sequins and also of the fox. Of course, the fox is our logo for our business, which is the Scrapbooking Kit Club. If you haven't checked it out, go see us at MercyTiaraKits.com. But Scott loves this little fox. It was his decision to make the fox be a part of our logo because kits are a word for a baby fox. And he loves that, and he takes pictures with this fox all the time with different supplies and stuff, and shares it on his Instagram account. So make sure you follow him, Scott Oldford, on Instagram if you want to see what he gets up to behind the scenes. So I'm just going to cut down this paper because it's so pretty that I can't bear to cover it with that white cardstock. So I'm just going to cut out the guts and keep the edge, and then put my scrapbooking paper in the middle. Now this white cardstock, it's basil white, and it's textured on one side and flat on the other side. I'm using the textured side here because I'm not doing any mixed media or writing on it. And I did cut it down so that it was 11 by 11 instead of 12 by 12. And that gave me this really nice wide edge. My matting here is 1/2 inch instead of 1/4 inch. Usually I use 1/4 inch mats or even less, but I really love this pattern and I really wanted to see plenty of it. So that's why I made this mat be quite a bit bigger. I'm using my Faber-Castell Pitt pen in Indanthrene Blue. It's my favorite color for outlining anything that isn't black or brown. So I'm using that. I thought about using this scalloped blue sticker here on the side of the photo, but I'm going to decide not to use that. I could always come back to it, but I'm not going to. I really want to get more of this floral pattern on the page. I just don't know how. So I thought about getting a punch, but then I remembered this is one of my favorite things to do when I want to get more pattern on a page and I don't know how. So hooray for remembering. I'm going to use some washi tape to just stick this down to a part of the pattern that just captured a little. I wanted a couple of different colors included, so I just placed it so that I got those colors, running it through my little mini die cutting machine, and I'm just going to hang on to that washi tape so I can use it again. And then I have this little tab shape, and I'm just going to outline that with my Faber-Castell Pitt pen as well. And I'm going to double outline it so that it has a bit of a sketchy look. I did that with the outside edges of the layout as well. And now I can layer that someplace. I think it's a little bit too low right now, but that's a starting point for me. I haven't glued it down yet. So I was live streaming with my patrons as I did this, and we decided together that What Does the Fox Say is what the title of this is going to be. Because that's a super fun title. It's a super fun song. And now that it's no longer being played 20 million times all the time, it's much more enjoyable than it was when it first came out and was totally overplayed. So I'm trying to decide here how I'm going to use these letter stickers here to spell out what does the. I'm looking for a question mark. That's why I pulled out my wood veneer punctuation pieces. I don't have a question mark in there. And I think that this doesn't need a question mark, but we'll come to that. I'm going to kind of, in my mind, it's nagging at me that there's no question mark, but we'll be okay with it by the time it comes around. I do want to move all of this over a little bit because I basically would like to line up this photo with the title. And I just want it a little bit more centered on the yellow and white paper. So I'm going to align what does the with the fox, but right now the W is a little smidgen too far to the left, but I'll fix that in just momentarily. I'm picking out all the same letters. These are the Pinkfresh Studio Puffy letter stickers that come in the add-on for summer vibes. And it has all of these beautiful colors of fonts, and you can mix and match them to have a colorful font, but I really like my fonts to be all one color within each word anyways. Now I ran out of teas in that blue color, so what I used was just like an aqua green tea that was pretty close, but not exactly the same shade. And I don't think you can really tell. I mean, when you look at it, you can see it. It almost looks like maybe it's part of the design is to have this unexpected tea be a different color, but it's really just because I ran out. And I don't sweat those kinds of things. It's too small of a detail for it to really matter all that much. So, I mean, you could try to color it with an alcohol marker or something to try to match it. And I have done that before with titles, but I just feel like it's a small enough detail that it doesn't really matter. I'll keep my viewer guessing to know whether I did it on purpose or not. So there's how it looks. So next I really like how the photo is aligned with the title there, and that makes me let go of the question mark, because if I had a question mark there, it would not align with the photo and it would throw everything off. So we're happy to not have a question mark now, which is a good place to be in this process. Now let's think about what else we're going to do here, because I do want to put some journaling on this page, but I don't want to write it on my background because it is textured cardstock with the textured side out, and my writing on it is going to look shaky if I try to write on it. I also want to get some craft supplies on this page. I just don't know which ones. So I'm just looking at it, and I really like this bucket of pencils and craft supplies. So I'm going to put that there in the bottom corner by his elbow. And then I just feel like I want one more thing, but I don't know what. Here's a set of paints that says made with love, and our kits really are made with love. I'm not kidding you when I say that. Get it? That's kidding you with a T. I'm not kidding when I say that. We love making these kits for you, and we love seeing what you make with them, and it really truly is a labor of love. Like, I am joyous the whole time I'm doing it, and just thinking about everybody opening their boxes and seeing their beautiful supplies and getting a chance to work with them, it just makes me so happy, and it makes him happy too. So that's why Made with Love really kind of spoke to me. So I also used a tab there that says Totally True Story. And I just layered that with the other tab that I had made with the die cut. And now I'm just going to reach into my Brighter Days kit because I need to do some journaling, and I really wanted it to be on blue and yellow kind of primary color labels. And so I knew that there were some leftover Paige Evans labels from the old kit. And I mentioned when I put that kit away that these labels were gonna tug at my heartstrings and I was gonna want to use them again. So I'm pulling them out and using them now. And that's the great thing about a kit club where they send you a lot of supplies, is that you'll have leftovers that you can dip into without having to go into your general stash. And that is a good thing. So this is how this is going to go. I'm just going to gather up these labels and put them away in the Brighter Days kit so I can go get them again when I will inevitably want to reach for them again because they're so amazing. And I'm going to put my journaling on these two labels, one of which I cut apart a little bit so that I could tuck it more easily under the other tab. What I'm writing here is Scott making confetti mix and taking photos with Red, who is our Kit Club mascot, warms my heart. He's really loving doing this. He really needed something like this. He has a real entrepreneurial spirit, and we both needed this. This is a fun project. We spend more time together than ever. We love this, everything about it. So I went off the page there for a little bit, so I just took my white gel pen to cover over so that there wasn't a stray mark on that beautiful pristine white cardstock. And that's a nice warm white. It doesn't have a bluish hue to it like some of them do, so I like that. Basil white is my favorite white cardstock. I'll add a little scissors there because there was a little gap on the label, and it just adds one more craft supply, which is really nice. And I feel like this is looking good. I'm going to sprinkle some confetti mix. And Harmony pointed out, I almost did at the last, I was like, oh, what else should I do? Oh, I know, I should put some confetti mix. And Harmony was like, of course you should. It's a picture about the confetti mix. The confetti mix must be on this page. So yes, Harmony is right. Confetti mix did need to be on this page. And I can't believe that wasn't obvious to me as it was to everybody else. But yeah, so I'm putting the sprinkles on the page. And what I'm doing here is I basically just sprinkled it in a diagonal along where the title and the journaling went. But then I'm going back and I'm replacing any one that was aqua, I'm replacing it with either a pink or a navy blue, so that the only sequins that I'm actually using here are the navy blue and the pink. And I think that that's beautiful. There's pink on the outsides of that floral. And so that picks up on the pink, and the navy blue picks up, obviously there's a lot of dark blue on this page as well, but I think the pink just lightens it up a little bit, and the aqua was just too many colors. It was just a little bit too all over the place, and I like it much better like this. And there's nothing more classy than navy blue with a really soft light pink. Love that color combination. It's one of my favorites. And what I love about the confetti mixes that we put in our kits, and they're also available for sale individually now as well. And you don't even have to buy a kit. You can just buy confetti from us if you want to. What I love about them is that they come in different colors. The Brighter Days one came in 4 different colors, but each of the colors have different sizes as well. So this this Summer Vibes confetti mix is 3 different colors: navy blue, light pink, and an aqua green. And each of those have 3 different sizes. So you get really nice variety as you're sprinkling things on your pages. And using a confetti or sequin mix instead of like liquid sprinkles or like mists or inks or something is one way to add some kind of random whimsical touch to your background without taking out messy supplies, or if you might be worried about like ink going places that you don't want it to go. If sequins go places you don't want it to go, you can just move them. It's not a big deal. So big giant shout out to my patrons. These folks help make this channel happen, so big thanks to all of them. Patrons get ad-free early access to my process videos and real-time unedited versions of my videos, as well as monthly live stream and lots of other perks. So thank you so much to them, and thank you to you too. I hope that you found it fun or helpful or inspiring to watch this video. This one certainly looks different than any of the other pages that I've made with this kit so far. That's what I love about these kits, is that you can get so many different looks from the same kit. It doesn't make your albums look too matchy-matchy, and you can really be creative and have some products to match with almost any of the photos that you have to document your memories. So thanks so much for watching. Take care and have a really great scrappy week.